Tuesday the 7th of April is already off to a flyer. Coffee met your pristine white shirt at precisely 7:14 a.m. Blame the moon, blame Brenda, blame gravity. Your doomscope animal is a sea cucumber, expertly mastering the art of absolutely nothing. And let's be honest, that's your spirit animal at Tanya's meeting this morning. You started 6 new tasks, got distracted by a YouTube deep dive on competitive ferret grooming, and now Marcus wants to know where that TPS report is. Mars retrograde is turning your inbox into a spam festival. This afternoon, Declan from accounts will ask if you've seen his stapler. Lie. Obviously. This evening, cancel those healthy intentions. You contemplated a salad, but somehow ended up speed dialing for pizza. 3 of them. You'll spend the next 4 hours scrolling through TikTok, inexplicably liking videos from 2023, and wondering why Venus is ghosting you. Absolutely cracking. The stars have seen your search history. They're judging you. Advice: resist that sale on eBay. And for the love of all that is holy, don't text Lewis after that 3rd slice. This Tuesday the 7th of April, your morning resembles a toddler's breakfast explosion. You'll be stuck in traffic at 8:17 a.m. precisely, contemplating if the rogue splash of coffee on your cardigan is a fashion statement. Work will involve Karen launching a full-scale stapler search, again, as you wonder if becoming a professional dog walker is a viable career. Your motivation levels? Somewhere between a sleeping badger and a deflated bouncy castle. Venus is suggesting an afternoon browsing weighted blankets online. Productivity? About as likely as Phil remembering your name. Tonight, cancel any dinner plans in favor of a snack-based supper. Think cheese board, but with 90% crisps and dips. The remote. It's practically fused to your hand now. Your dating app profile? Untouched since 2023 because swiping is honestly just too much. Advice: if at first you don't succeed, blame the cat. Tuesday the 7th of April, that healthy smoothie you prepped last night looks suspiciously like swamp water this morning. Ricky's already regaling everyone with his dreams again. Nod politely and plot your escape. Mars is still retrograde and still having a right go at your inbox. Expect Sharon to forward that email chain from last Tuesday, about biscuits. Your doomscope animal today is a parrot who only repeats your worst takes, about as helpful as a chocolate teapot. Maybe, just maybe, you can actually get some work done today if Nadine stops trying to guess Jason's password. Afternoon. Fiona needs your take on her dating profile pic, so avoid eye contact at all costs. Evening. Couch beckons. The sourdough starter can wait. Honestly, it probably needs another week anyway. Order a takeaway, maybe that new ramen place. You'll spend 20 minutes trying to learn a TikTok dance involving hand gestures, realize you're too uncoordinated, then blame the lighting. You'll probably delete that dodgy online purchase before anyone notices it. Advice: stop trying to be the office agony aunt. You're not qualified. As Cancer bravely attempts to leave the house, be warned, the universe knows you're already composing passive-aggressive texts about the bus being 2 minutes late. Tuesday the 7th of April is destined to be a drama. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox. At precisely 11:17 a.m., you'll accidentally reply all to a work email with just the word haha nice. Pauline is now requesting a meeting. This afternoon, Venus is giving you the silent treatment because you are still thinking about what you had for breakfast last Thursday. Lorraine will ask if you're alright, and you'll reply fine, despite visibly vibrating with rage about a misplaced apostrophe in an email from Malcolm. You will then make 7 cups of tea, each one a potent cocktail of stress and biscuits. This evening, resisting the gym will be easier than finding a matching pair of socks. You'll start watching a documentary on deep-sea sponges but end up weeping at an advert for cheese strings, volume at 76. Lovely. Advice: the next time you feel yourself spiraling over something Barry said in 2023, just picture him trying to operate a self-checkout machine. This Tuesday, April 7th, you'll trip over thin air at precisely 8:17 a.m., theatrically clutching your chest like you're auditioning for Casualty. Your reflection is giving you the side eye. Your doomscope animal today is a barnacle attached to the wrong ship, clinging to someone else's success like you invented it. Mars retrograde is having a right go at your inbox. Claudia just replied all to a thread from last spring, and now Dave thinks you're behind it. You're crafting an acceptance speech for the Nobel Peace Prize of apologies, just in case. You considered blaming Suki. Grow up, Leo. Tonight, confronted with a fridge containing only condiments and a forlorn-looking pepper, you'll order a pizza big enough to feed a small village. Then you'll spend an hour trying to get your ring light to cooperate for that nonchalant tic-tac. You know, the one where you look surprised when the delivery driver arrives. And all this, before it's even dark outside. Advice: the early bird catches the worm, Leo. But you're holding out for the kebab van. Tuesday morning, and the universe decides your phone is public enemy number 1. It changes meeting to meowing in Janet's email and presentation to procrastination in Graham's text. You are now having an existential crisis about predictive text. Lovely. By lunchtime, Mars is doing its best to make your inbox resemble a skip. Roger needs a spreadsheet, Sheila needs that thing, and Nigel wants to know if you've seen his stapler. Your patience levels are currently residing somewhere near the Mariana Trench. This evening, that quick rummage for your good socks becomes a full archaeological dig of your wardrobe. You're now emotionally attached to a bobbled cardigan from 1997 and questioning your life choices while reorganizing your spice rack alphabetically at 11:37 p.m. You will then spend the next hour choosing which baking show to watch. Advice: stop overthinking. Also, put the spices down and back away slowly. Today, Tuesday the 7th of April, your attempts at workplace organization resemble a toddler trying to assemble flat-pack furniture. That mood board? Tracy just messaged saying Hugo is using it as a makeshift windscreen sunshade. Mars retrograde has singled out your inbox for special torment. Those 23 Johnson Project swatches have indeed achieved sentience and formed opposing factions. Sebastian and Mel are taking bets, offering surprisingly good odds, and Adele is live tweeting it. This evening, that pasta recipe promising completion in just 47 minutes is about as accurate as Connor's expense reports. Budget nearer 4 hours, including the mandatory biscuit break and staring blankly at the fridge. Your Netflix queue is longer than the queue at Greg's on sausage roll day. You have spent more time choosing what to watch than you will spend awake. The stars have spoken. Advice: stop agreeing with everyone, unless the topic is should Libra ever be in charge of anything important? Absolutely not. Now put the kettle on. This Tuesday, Scorpio, your brain is working at the speed of one of those old supermarket checkout scanners that needs 3 swipes. This morning's power cut outside the station resulted in you nearly face-planting into a Greg's window. At work, Mars retrograde has decided your inbox is its personal playground. Drafting that email to Dominic? Like wading through treacle. Keith's helpful suggestions are just thinly veiled complaints, and Victoria keeps asking if you're alright because apparently you've been humming the EastEnders theme tune since 11. Charming. Tonight, Venus is still giving you the cold shoulder about that romantic microwave meal for one debacle of 2023. You're convinced your TikTok is now exclusively showing Jamie Oliver making pasta from scratch, just to spite you. Order that takeaway and brace yourself for some intense judgment from the delivery driver because you're sure he saw you still wearing your slippers. Advice: stop looking at LinkedIn profiles of people you went to school with. It's getting weird. Tuesday dawns with you hitting snooze so hard, your neighbors thought there'd been an earthquake. Currently fueled by vibes and the dregs of this morning's coffee, you're a marvel of modern engineering. Your Doomoscope object today is a mascara past its expiry, about as effective at holding things together as your promises. By lunchtime, Mars retrograde is causing havoc in your inbox. Trevor needs a spreadsheet updated, Wendy wants that report yesterday, Ollie's asking you to explain pivot tables again. Zara? Nobody knows what Zara's doing, including Zara. You'll accidentally reply all to a meeting invite with, "Is this mandatory?" This evening, you think, right, a quiet one. But after searching best crystals for procrastination at 8:17 p.m., you'll somehow end up building a crystal grid with Stuart and Bianca. You'll spend the next 3 hours debating whether manifestation is just paying for a fancy placebo. Advice: under-promise and then forget to do anything. Tuesday morning, and Maureen's already seen you at your finest gracefully colliding with the kitchen table. By 8:30, you'll be convinced Colin next door has reported you to the neighborhood watch for your creative parking. It's communal, Capricorn. Breathe. That compliance seminar? Kenneth will be on one, asking questions that could derail a small train, never mind a meeting. Mars retrograde is doing a number on your inbox, demanding instant replies to emails dripping with exclamation marks. By lunchtime, you'll be plotting elaborate cheese-based emergencies to avoid Deborah's bring and share. Accidentally unmuting during a video call to critique Sandra's wallpaper, think CSI, bargain basement. Guilty as charged. The stars suggest skipping the ironed gym gear, you iron that, and ordering in Chinese, pizza. Let your rumbling tummy decide. The stars have spoken, and they're recommending extra prawn crackers. Advice: delete your search history. The universe just choked on its cosmic tea. This Tuesday, Aquarius, you'll wake up convinced you invented reversible socks. You didn't. They exist. On your fourth attempt to leave the house, you'll realize you're wearing Rufus's slippers. The universe is rolling its eyes. Mars retrograde is currently holding your inbox hostage. Astrology will ask about that presentation. Your eyes will glaze over at precisely 2:47 p.m., and you'll accidentally reply haha nice to Inz's important email about spreadsheets. Your Doomoscope vegetable today is a tired sprout, longing for oblivion, just like your gym membership. The moon encourages cancelling all plans and blaming it on ferret flu. Ditch the banana bread that's been staring at you accusingly from the worktop. The cosmos commands a repeat viewing of Bake Off and aggressively Googling whether it's acceptable to wear pajamas to the supermarket. By 9 p.m. you'll have 3 tabs open researching the migratory patterns of garden slugs. The neighbors will wonder what all the crashing noises are. Advice: stop acting surprised when people quote that drunken karaoke rendition from last July. The internet really never forgets. Pisces, Tuesday the 7th of April has you suspecting your commute is a documentary about the world's worst packed lunch. That loyalty card you need. Of course it is missing. You will spend a solid 10 minutes blaming Elaine, even though she is currently sunning herself in Tenerife. This afternoon, Mars is clearly messing with your printer. Attempting to convince Gary that his tie collection is ironic chic is a fool's errand. Prepare for failure, followed by a dramatic reading of the biscuit tin. You accidentally sent Nadia a text with just the word cheese. Fantastic. As the day melts into evening, NASA reports your motivation levels are lower than a limbo bar at a snail convention. Blame it on absorbing everyone's enthusiasm like a damp sponge. Stellar Command subtly nudges you towards the kettle, approximately 5:47 p.m., to make a brew so strong it could power a small village. Advice: under no circumstances attempt to bake a cake.